This is a short introduction to introduce to you what Microsoft OneNote is. I'm Scott Wyman, the training coordinator at Central Texas College, and I'll be your presenter today. Microsoft OneNote is an application that's installed on most computers here on Central Texas College. If you have Microsoft Office, chances are you have Microsoft OneNote as well. I found that people don't use it because they really don't know what it does. So let me just take a few minutes and show you what it does. Here is Microsoft OneNote. It's an electronic notebook, essentially, is all it is. Just like its cousin, the paper notebook, it has places you can add tabs. So it has different tabs like a multi-subject notebook does. It also has pages. So here you can see I have a few tabs in this digital workbook, and with each tab some of them have multiple pages. So essentially it is just like a notebook. What makes OneNote special is that you have the ability to add or remove these tabs and the ability to remove or add pages, unlike you can do in a paper notebook. Another thing that's similar to a paper notebook is that with Microsoft OneNote, you can add notes anywhere on the page you want, unlike a standard word processor where you have to press the enter key or the tab key to move the insertion line around to add your notes. With OneNote, all you have to do is click and type to put notes anywhere you want them. So I'm just going to kind of go through here and show you some of the other features of OneNote. Just like other word processing documents, you can add bulleted lists, you can add numbered lists, you can add text, and you can change the attributes of that text. You can change the color. Here's 3 different colors of text. You can change the alignment of your text, and you'll see how it's left aligned in the little text box here. This one's center aligned and this one's right aligned. You can change any of the font attributes. You can change the font, you can change the size, you can change the color, just like any other word processor. The difference here is you have free movement to put the notes anywhere you want them. OneNote comes with some predefined heading styles to make life a little bit easier for you. If you're going to do an outline, you can use the predefined heading styles. It goes all the way down to heading 6 before it starts into other types of formatting. OneNote comes with 29 different tags. Tags are used to identify different types of notes. For example, this first one here, this is a to-do list tag, and it's essentially a checkbox that you can check or uncheck. So you can create yourself a to-do list. Just make your list. As you do the items, you click the checkbox to either turn it on or turn it off. And as you can see, most of these come, or a few of these come with keyboard shortcuts. You can quickly insert a to-do tag by simply holding down the control key and pressing the number 1. So there's my to-do item number 1. There's my first list item. And then you just have a look down here and you can see there's stars for an important tag, a question tag, duh, that's kind of a given. You can add yellow or green highlighting. You can make them mean anything you want to, but this one says remember for later and this one's for definition, but again, it's up to you what you want to do with them. This is a highlighter tag. We have context tags, we have address tags, phone tags. Here's a website tag for, if you want to find a website that you want to go back and revisit later, you can copy and paste the website URL here on the page and then tag it with a website tag. Idea tags, password tags, critical tags, so on and so forth. I'm not going to sit here and read them all to you, but you get the idea. And another neat thing that you can do with this is you can search your document by tags. Here's the Find Tags button up on the ribbon. You simply click the Find Tags. It lists all the tags that you've used in your notebook over here on the side. So if I want to see all of my to-do list tags, I simply scroll down here. Here's my to-do tags, It shows up twice in the list. If I click on the first one, you'll see it highlights and shows me which one it is. If I want to see the second one, I click on it, and again it highlights it and shows me where it is. So you can find notes anywhere on this page, anywhere in the notebook, using the Find Tags option. And if I scroll down here some more, this right here is a meeting detail. I know I skipped a couple buttons here, but we'll get those in just a sec. But for the meeting details, when you click on the meeting details button, it opens up and shows you what meetings you have scheduled on your calendar, because it works with Outlook. It shows what calendar appointments you have, and if you want to add one, wherever the way OneNote works is wherever your insertion line is. An insertion line is this little flashing vertical line. Wherever your insertion line is, that's where it's going to insert or put whatever it is you're going to put. If you start typing, it's going to type there. In this case, if I click meeting detail, that's where it's going to put my meeting detail. So I can add these again just for quick reference. One of the buttons I skipped is an email page. If I click the email page, OneNote will open Outlook for me, and it will include this entire page in the body of the email. So here you can see everything that I just talked about. There's the beginning, the opening part, there's the bulleted and the numbered list, and if I scroll down, you'll see everything that you've seen so far is there, including the last item that I entered. So I'm not going to send this to anybody, so I'll close it out. The Outlook tasks, if you use Outlook tasks, you know that you can use these for follow-ups. It'll send you little reminders of when you need to come back and take a look at these things, so I won't go over that again. If I scroll down here a little bit farther, next we go to the Insert tab. Some of the things that you can insert here, I've inserted a table. You can also insert space anywhere you want to. If I just want to separate these two items, I can click and drag to increase or decrease the space in between them. Here's the table. Again, you need to make a little caution here. Be sure you know where your insertion line is, because my insertion line right now is here in the notes section of my meeting. So if I insert a table right now, it's going to put that table here in with my meeting appointment, and that might not be where I want it. I can simply undo that and move my insertion line down out of that note area, and then insert a new table, just like that. So it's real easy to do, and then you just type, whatever it is you're going to type into the table, just like you would any other table. You'll notice you get the table tools up here, so you have all the same table tools that you have in, let's say, a word processor, Microsoft Word. You can select tables, select columns, select rows, so on and so forth. So going back to the Insert tab, you can even insert pictures. Here's a picture that I inserted. You can resize the pictures, you can move the pictures, you can put them wherever you want. It's all completely up to you. Scroll down here a little bit farther. This is a screenshot that I did. There's a screen clipping button right here. So I simply brought up my Explorer. I took a little screen capture of some of the folders in my Explorer. One of the nice things about the screen capture is the first time you use it, it invokes the screen capture, for lack of a better term, keyboard shortcut for you. So from here on, if I want to do a screen capture, I don't have to worry about being on this part of the ribbon or even in OneNote. All I have to do is hold down the Windows key and then press the S key, and that's the keyboard shortcut for OneNote screen capture. So now I could come over to my other screen, and I just pull a clip of part of my background image here, the letter O in employee, and I'll copy it to my clipboard, and I'll come over here and I will paste it in there. So there's my image that I just did a screen capture on. So you can do that with anything. And I'm running a dual monitor system, so I went over to my second monitor to do this screen capture, and that's kind of nice with the OneNote screen capture, because you can work on either of your dual monitors if you have a dual monitor system. So scroll down a little bit farther. Next up on our ribbon up here, we have links. You can do internal links and you can do external links. This is an external link that I just threw in here that'll open on my web browser, Microsoft SkyDrive. I can just bring it over here and show you. There it is. It just opens SkyDrive for me. I'll close that out and move this back out of the way. And then the other link here is an internal link to another OneNote page in a different workbook. So if I click on this link, it opens the daily notes in my personal notebook. So different notebook, different tab, different page, easy shortcuts. You can work between workbooks, between tabs, between pages. Continue on down, you can add, this is simply a shortcut to a PDF file. It's a shortcut to the Campus Maps PDF. If I double click, I get the warning saying, you know, this could be bad for your computer, but I know where it came from, so I'll open it. And there you can see the campus map, real easy stuff. But another option you have when you are attaching a file is instead of attaching the file, you can do a file printout. And this is what you get when you do a file printout. I did a file printout of the same campus map PDF, and this is what the file printout looks like. So it actually puts the document in your OneNote page. So it's kind of handy that way. You can also do recordings right in OneNote with this button right here, record audio. Here's an audio, kind of cheesy, I know, but just to demonstrate, I plugged in a microphone, clicked on record audio, and this is what I got. Testing, testing, 1, 2, 3, testing, testing, testing. Testing, testing. 1, 2, 3. Also have testing, testing. You also have on the insert tab record video. So if you have a webcam, you can record straight to Microsoft OneNote. Here again is another cheesy one, but it shows the purpose. Dancing at lunchtime yesterday. So you can record right into OneNote. You can also drag and drop sound files, drag and drop video files onto your OneNote notebook as well. Next up on the insert, you have a date, time, and then a date timestamp. So here's the date stamp, here's the timestamp, and then here's the date timestamp. These are from yesterday. I can do another one right now. There's the date stamp. There's the timestamp. And there's the date and timestamp. Now you'll notice that my insertion line was in the wrong place for that one, so I'll just undo that. I'll come down here underneath and do the date timestamp a second time. All right, after that you can also add equations if you're into math kind of thing. Here again, I just position my insertion line, click on insert, an equation, and here you'll see the different equations. I'm not a big math expert. I don't do a lot with the math equations, but this is the Pythagorean theorem: a squared plus b squared equals c squared. Click, and there it's inserted in there for you. After that, we have symbols. You can insert symbols into OneNote. Here's just 3 symbols that I've inserted, and then I also did a screen capture of the symbols window. So you have the full gamut of symbols. If you want to use them in here, you got wingdings, there's webdings, there's webdings 2, there's wingdings 2. Any symbol that you could possibly want, as long as it's within a font group, then you can insert it. Then we go to the Draw tab up on the ribbon. And here you can see you can draw using any one of these colored markers. You can highlight using any one of these 4 highlighters. You can insert shapes. These are your basic shape sets, the lines, the arrows, the double-sided arrows, that kind of stuff. You can change the thickness of the lines. You can change the colors of the lines. Just tons and tons of stuff. Here's the different colors that you can choose from, the different line sizes you can choose from. It's a great little tool, this Microsoft OneNote. If I scroll down a little bit farther, if you're good, you can even grab one of these pens and you can write using your mouse, or if you have a tablet mouse, or even if you're using this on, say, an iPad or an Android tablet, you can handwrite on here. You just click and drag, and you do whatever it is you want to do. there you go. You can say whatever you want. And then another neat feature of this is I can take and use this ink to text, and that will take written words and convert it into text. So here you can draw, you can even draw, convert it to you can even draw. See if I can do that with what I just wrote here on high. Now high didn't show up in there, but that's okay. So another thing you can see is we have pretty much an endless page. I've put a lot of stuff on here. You can even export this as a Word document. You can export it and it'll throw it into Microsoft Word for you if there's something you needed to do in Word. So in conclusion, let me just say that ever since I started using Microsoft OneNote, I've gone from a desk that looks like this to a desk that doesn't look like this. So get rid of this pile of sticky notes and tablet notes and other things on your desk and get to know Microsoft OneNote. Thanks, and I'll see you next time.